And that's the player introductions completed. So in just a few moments, we'll be back and ready for action. Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Grant Hill and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And here we can check out the story for him.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
So here are the Jazz starting 5. And for the Trailblazers. And Grant, how often do players check in on their own stats during a season?
BA, everybody in the league watches their numbers. Some guys are just willing to admit it.
And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. Pass to Drexler. Releases from 15. Rebound, Utah. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
Dialing it in from range on the road is never easy to do, but they pulled it off and played a great game.
Yeah, and you could see the crowd's reaction with every make. It wasn't pretty.
Now here's White. Turned in an outstanding game against Dallas.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Here's Jay, following the bucket by the Jazz. White with it. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Here's Malone. No good, off the front rim.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Rice. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And the shot goes in.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Pass to Malone. "11 feet out. No luck on that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way now. Here's McHale. The rebound by Malone.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Here's White. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
The Jazz have gone 1 of 4 to start. Here's Dantley. Sweet little floater.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Now Portland with it. Trailing by 2. Defeated by Washington in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
They failed to create enough good looks. The ball movement just wasn't quite where it needed to be.
You know, they take 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and exercise in frustration.
I mean, what do you expect when you give them the clear look? That's just too easy.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball and get into some kind of rhythm.
Here's Jay. Really had troubles in the loss to Washington. He just couldn't find his rhythm. Basket counts.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Utah with the ball. Following the bucket by the Blazers. Malone. And Walton pulls it down.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
A nice shot by Rice.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Here's Griffith. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Back to White. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Griffith. Puts up a 3. He buries it from 3. He's got 5.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Jay. He's guarded by White. And that one's good. Jay.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And here's White. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. Pass to Doherty. With the teardrop. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Portland the other way. Got a piece of it. Here's Jay. He's guarded by White. Here's Jay. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Takes the 3. Hits the three-pointer.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Pass to Griffith. Here's Danley. Outside White. Here's Griffith. He's got 5. Shot from the top of the key. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Portland has gone 1 for 3 from outside so far in this game. To the middle. Takes a 13-footer. And it's Portland scoring again.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Malone. To halt the run. And it's Portland with a rebound.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Here's Jay. He's guarded by White. Here's Jay. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Utah trailing here. Now here's White. Pass to Danley. Shot clock at 3. And another miss by Utah.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
To the inside, Drexler. The rebound by Doherty.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's White. Malone. And another shot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Portland.
They've gotten a lot of high-quality shots in the paint early on. That was clearly part of their game plan coming in.
Another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the ball and piling up the assist.
And he knocks down the first one. Here's Danley. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Inside. Here's White. Soft touch off the glass. White's got his second basket of the game. Portland trailing here. Here's Jay. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Fires from the wing, and he hits the jumper. He has 6. Utah's gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. And for Utah. And he lobs it up to the rim.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Portland has gone just 1 of 4 from downtown so far in the second. Pass to Drexler. 13 feet out. The rebound by Doherty. The Jazz have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Unloads from 13. Kirilenko, no good. The Trailblazers shooting at 30% here in the second. Here's Jay. 6 points for him. Here's Drexler. Here's Walton. He's guarded by White. Pass to Drexler. Shot clock at 6. And he gets it to go. Now 2 of 6 in the game. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Now White. Here's Griffith. Misses off the left iron. Portland leading. Outside Johnson. Pass to Jay. Here's Walton. He's guarded by White. Here's Jay. To the paint. The kick out to Johnson. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
And Utah calls time here. Well, you hear about the importance of confidence. You think that was something you always had as a player, Grant, or did you have to build that up?
Well, I mean, success ultimately does breed confidence. And I had success, fortunately, at a young age. So you have to understand you have to always attack, and you always have to believe in yourself no matter what the situation.
We're still in December, but we are starting to see things take shape in the NBA. You look at the Jazz, no movement for them, maintaining their top 10 spot.
Well, right now for the Trailblazers, they're a top-tier team that has battled some adversity this year. Obviously still winning games, but not at the rate most people thought.
Here's Danley, and he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Pass to Walton. Picked it out of midair. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Danley. Here's Kirilenko. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. Here's Jay. Here's Drexler. Count it. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Doherty. Now here's White. He's guarded closely. Down low. Here's Kirilenko. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Here's Drexler. Here's Jay. 6 points for him. Inside. White with the steal. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Danley. The shot that time not on target. And it's Portland the other way. The last time they came together was in Salt Lake City, where they fell to the Jazz.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
a combination of unforced errors and just poor decision making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around. And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better. This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from three.
Here's Jay. And now a glimpse of who's out ahead in the All-Star voting.
I'm sure the fans and the players are eager for an update.
He's absolutely in the conversation to be a starter in the All-Star game for the West.
And that West starting five is so hard to crack. He's having a fantastic season and is still on the outside looking in.
And keep checking in for the latest in All-Star voting results. And how about the mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
To the paint. Here's Doherty. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. Both good from the line that time. Now a timeout called by Portland.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Here's Jay. He's got 6. Here's Drexler. Oh, that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Kind of losing their way here. They've let this lead evaporate.
White with it. Pass to Doherty. Here's Kirilenko. And that one's good. Doherty. Give him 8 points now.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Here's Drexler. Looking to end the run. Can't hit that one. Utah leading. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Here's Doherty. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Here's Jay. To the middle. Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's got 5.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
And here's White. Pass to Griffith. Here's Doherty. Here's Griffith. 5 to shoot. To the inside. And he slams it in one-handed.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Here's Walton, following the bucket by the Jazz. To the paint. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. And the Jazz with possession. They're on a 14-4 run. And Utah calls time here.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Jazz. They lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. And trying as they might, they couldn't push their lead past 4 points. They had a very good second quarter, currently holding a 4-point advantage at halftime. What did you think about Utah, Kenny?
They obviously came in wanting to push the ice. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throw opportunities at the very least. Do something.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Here's White. Uneasy, too, on the layup. White's got 6.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And for the Jazz. Pass to McHale. Here's Jay. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Here's Malone. The baseline, Jay. Doesn't go that time.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And it's tied up with that one. Now here's White. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Pass to Danley. Here's Malone. Pulls up and in with the jumper near the hoop. He's got 7.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Here's Jay. He's got 12. Here's Drexler. Danley grabs a miss.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Outside White. Here's Griffith. No good there. Now the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's Jay. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Walton. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jay. No luck on that one. Good work defensively by White. Fires high post. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And now a 4-point Utah lead. Here's Jay. He's guarded by White. Here's Drexler. Portland, no good that time either.
Still trying to shoot his way out of this funk. But if it doesn't come within the flow of the offense, the whole team suffers.
Here's White. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Down low. Tipped. Fires from deep. Drexler, that's good. He's got 10.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Outside White. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Malone. It's tipped. Here's Drexler. He's got 10. Pass to Jay. Driving inside. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there. Utah has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Now White. 6 points for him. Inside. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Here's Jay. He's got 14. Pass to Drexler. Here's Jay. He's guarded by White. Here's Jay. Good work defensively by White. For Utah, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Here's Danley. Outside White. Just 4 to shoot. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Here's Griffith. And they'll get another chance. Shot's blocked. And he recovers it. And the shot goes. 14 points for him.
Shooting at a high clip. He's found ways to get quality looks.
With a step back. And it's Jay missing. For Utah, they've gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. Here's Danley. He's got 6. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Rice. Portland again missing. Left side White. The shot by Danley, no good. The Trailblazers have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Oh, they get a hand on it. To the middle. Pass to Malone. Up top White. Here's Malone. Back to White. Here's Griffith. The Jazz with another miss.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1 3, and that was in the first half.
Utah's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Danley. Down low. Deflected. Here's Drexler. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Anytime you get as many points from the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going.
The other thing, they continue to fill it up from three-point range, making it look easy.
And he makes a first. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Jay. He's guarded by White. Count that bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 3. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Offensive rebound. Malone. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
And you can tell by how hard he battled for that putback that he still has a lot of energy left for the end of this game.
Flat out effort play right there. The kind that can be the difference between a win and a loss.
And for the Jazz, out of bounds, it'll be Utah's ball. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right there. Getting stops like that is crucial for them right now.
The Jazz have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Oh, couldn't have asked for a more hotly contested game.
These teams have swapped the lead 8 times. I believe it's coming down to the wire.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Here's Drexler. Pass to Jay. Clock at 6. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Jazz.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Pass to Drexler. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
From mid-range, they've been on fire today. Those jump shots have been falling all game.
The other thing, they continue to fill it up from three-point range, making it look easy. Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
Utah trailing here. White with it. Here's Malone. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. To the inside. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Outside White. Second chance shot. Here's Doherty. Rice grabs the miss. Portland has gotten 1 of 3 to fall from downtown here in the fourth. Drexler. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. And Utah calls time here.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He was pumping them up, trying to rally them, saying, quote, this game is ours. Don't back off now. Force mistakes with our defense. Work quickly at the offensive end and just keep attacking. Looking for a late burst, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Rice. Into the lane. Banked it in off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Portland lead.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Count it.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
The Trailblazers have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the fourth. Here's Jay. He's guarded by White with the drive. Oh! Two-handed jam!
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
And Utah has possession after the basket by Portland. Malone can't get it to go. And it's the Trailblazers' ball. Big run right now for him, 11-2. Here's Drexler. Six to shoot. Pass to Walton. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times. I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Here's Drexler. And that's going to be a travel.
Since halftime, either they've gotten sloppier or the defense has turned up.
And here's White to the left wing. Here's Doherty. And there's the rejection. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. Here's Griffith. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3.
They've had their troubles from range in the second half. It makes it hard to keep pace. A good sign for them is the work they've done on the offensive glass this half.
Portland leading. Here's Jay. Pass to Drexler. Here's Jay. He's guarded by White. Jay. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Utah with the ball. Pass to Malone. Back to White. And he nails that one right through the heart.
He has to show real leadership out there and take this game into his own hands because he's shooting the ball well.
Here's Drexler. Can he keep it going? Second chance effort. And Walton gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Malone. Outside White. Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant one.
Ooh, hard foul. Can't let him get away with that level of contact.
That's a simple call for the officials to make. Everyone knows the league is cracking down on that kind of intimidation tactic. The first one falls. White hits them both. Here's White. Pass to Doherty. Here's Malone. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
And he's beginning to build on a fantastic performance from the last game.
When he gets into one of these grooves, you never know how long they're going to last. Sometimes they go on and on and on.
Here's Jay. Here's Walton. 5 on the clock. Here's Rice. And they get it back. Tries again. He can't get it to go. And it's Utah the other way. Outside White. Pass to Malone. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Shoot 2.
No good on the free throw. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Portland has gotten 1 of 3 to fall from downtown here in the 4th. Here's Jay. The 3 is up. They get it back. And he jams it home with authority.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
A minute 53 left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Walton. Inside, here's Drexler. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. 19 points in the game.
That's how you set the table and everybody gets to eat.
To the paint. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
What's up?
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the...
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
2 points. That one goes. Utah trailing here. There's a minute 17 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Dantley. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
Stepping up in the big moment. I mean, an incredible job of finding his shot.
Working the mid-range, but you would think the defense would be keying on him.
Here's Jay. Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer off the mark. And the Jazz with possession here. Outside White. Pass to Malone. And he buries it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Here's Drexler. J. Down low.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Absolutely. They're within striking distance, but they have to make pretty much every shot.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he's unable to get the second one. Timeout called, the Jazz. They're down by 3. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. All right, guys, what do you think?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Also, interesting choice to be made right here. You need either a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, and it's not surprising. He's really going at the defense inside throughout the entire game. Just showing the D no mercy whatsoever. They constantly were feeding him the ball, clearing out, and letting him do his thing. And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And Utah calls time here. Guys, what do you think?
The only way to get 4 points is with a 3-pointer and a foul. So the defense will give shooters plenty of room.
So a close game sees Portland taking this one. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Steve Smith, this is Brian Anderson with our 2K Sports crew signing off. We'll see you next time.